Hello everybody, welcome back to Awesome Autographs and More. We're doing episode number 89 today. It is Tuesday morning. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. Kind of rainy in the Atlanta area here, but another record day in the mail yesterday for TTMs. Yesterday's mail brought in 11 TTMs. One was a failure, so 10 successes. One returned to sender with a forwarding address, so that's a good thing. And 3 private signings. In total, we have 11 points for Team 90s in the Caleb's Cards Battle of the Decades Challenge. So let's get rolling because I think this one's going to be a little bit long. Anyways, my first one I sent to Mr. Larry Anderson. This is a 0 for 4 success because apparently I'm an idiot. But anyways, this is Mr. Larry Anderson with an E as in Anderson as opposed to Anderson. Somehow I must have pulled the address out of sportscollectors.net for Larry Anderson with an O as opposed to E. So I got this little message back with my cards and my letter. So I did look up, and I so far have not come up with an address for Larry Anderson, S-E-N, and I know I would not have searched it incorrectly. But anyways, that's that. Next up, we have a 2 for 4 success from former NBA player, Mr. Adam Keefe. Sent 4 cards. He sent back 2 signed. Don't remember the cards I sent. It's possible that I had sent, 2 of each of the cards. Maybe he doesn't sign doubles, or maybe he has a 2-card limit. I'm not sure. But anyways, 2 for 4 success. Glad to get those back from Mr. Adam Keith, and it was 20 days. He played in the NBA from 92-93 season to 2000-2001 for Atlanta, Utah, and Golden State. That is a point for Team 90s. Next up, we have another NBA player, former NBA player, Mr. Ronnie Brewer. He played in the NBA from 2006 to 2007, up to 2013-14 for Utah, Memphis, Chicago, the Knicks, Oklahoma, and Houston. It's a 3 of 3 success in 19 days. Mr. Ronnie Brewer. Generic autograph card and a college card. Again, that's Mr. Ronnie Brewer. Again, 3 of 3 success, 19 days. Moving on to the next one. We have another NBA player. This is a 2 of 3 success in 20 days from Mr. Dan Dickow, I believe. He signed 2. He signed in silver ink, which is almost impossible to see on the camera. It's a little tough in person. I really would have loved this card had it been signed in blue or black. But you get what you get, right? And then I have this. I did send another card. I don't recall exactly what it was. But 2 of 3 came back, and I'm good with that. Next up, we have a former Major League Baseball player, Mr. Mike Trombley. Is a 4 for 4 success In 18 days, Mr. Trombley played Major League Baseball from 1992 to 2002 for Minnesota, Baltimore, and the Dodgers, mostly with Minnesota. Got 2 trading cards, and then we have 2 autograph cards. And let's see, Mr. Trombley is also a point for Team 90s. Next up is Mr. Jose Alvarez, former Major League Baseball player, played for the Atlanta Braves from 1981 through 1989, but did not play in the majors from 83 to 87. Again, it's a 2 of 2 success in 28 days from Mr. Jose Alvarez. He inscribed something on this one, Bible verse. Okay, next up, another Major League Baseball player. I was gonna say I think the rest of these are baseball, but I'd be wrong because I know there's a football one in here somewhere. Anyways, next up, Mr. Frank DiPino. Played from 1981 to 1993, except for 1991. It was a 4 of 4 success in 18 days. He played with Milwaukee, Houston, Chicago Cubs, St. Louis, and the Kansas City Royals. Mr. Frank DiPino. Next up is another former Major League Baseball player. There is Mr. Jose DeLeon. This is a 4 for 4 success in 28 days. Oops, bumped the camera. He played from 1983 to 1995 for Pittsburgh, the Chicago White Sox, the St. Louis Cardinals, Philadelphia Phillies, and the Montreal Expos. And Mr. Jose DeLeon, and that's a new addition to my 1990 Leaf set. Haven't had a new ad for that set in quite a while. And that is a point for Team 90s there. So let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. Next up, former Major League catcher, Mr. Chris Hoiles. This was a 3 for 3 success in 151 days. This originally came back, returned to sender with a forwarding address, so I had to resend this. Still took 151 days. Mr. Chris Hoiles played from 1989 to 1998, all for the Baltimore Orioles. And next up, we have football. I knew there was another football in here. Oh, there's 2 of them. Sorry. Okay. Former NFL player, Mr. Justin Armour. This is a 3 for 3 success, 22 days. Another one that came back, returned to sender with a forwarding address. So I resent, and it came back pretty quick. Had sent him before. This is kind of an opportunity. I think these were the last 2 cards of his that I actually had and needed 3 to fill in my page that I'm working on for him. So Mr. Justin Armour, again, a 3 for 3 in 22 days. Next up, another former NFL player, one of my all-time favorites, is Mr. Kyle Brady. Mr. Brady played from 1995 to 2007 for the New York Jets, Jacksonville, and a year with the New England Patriots. I've got, again, he's one of the guys that I just collect. I've got gazillions of cards of his, but I do not have a card of his in a Patriots uniform, so going to have to work on that for my next send to him. This is, again, a 4-4 success in 103 days. Mr. Kyle Brady. Got some really cool cards here. Always love the action-packed ones. And this one is really neat. I love these cards. Okay, next up is my return to sender, Mr. Jamie Langenbrunner, former NHL player. Came back, returned to sender. There is a forwarding address on there, but it's kind of smeared, so I've kind of figured out what I think it is, but I'm going to have to do some research and see if I can't figure it out for sure. Next up are 3 private signings, all of which are for the 1990 Leaf set. Don't mind my paperwork here up in front. And these came back in, oh, they show up okay. This is Mr. Joe Magrane, or Magrane. Mr. Magrane played from 1987 to 1996 for St. Louis, California, and the White Sox. And this is just one single card. These 3 signings came through Pass Pros. It was a private signing, not a through-the-mail private signing, not individual mailings to the athletes. Next up is Mr. Jose Oquendo. He played from 1983 to 1995, but did not play in the majors in 1985. He played 2 years with the Mets and then 10 years in total with the St. Louis Cardinals. Mr. Jose Oquendo. And last but not least for today, former Major League Baseball player, and again, another private signing with Pass Pros. And in this case, I've got multiple cards, all the same though. I got all 3 of my 1990 Leaf cards signed by Mr. Mike Marshall, who played in the majors from 1981 to 1991, spent time with the Dodgers, the Mets, the Red Sox, and the California Angels. I had 2 signed in blue and 1 in black. Mr. Mike Marshall, and that is it for today. Hopefully this hasn't gone too long. I want to thank the athletes for all their autographs. It was an awesome record day with TTMs and autographs in the mail. I want to thank you for listening. Please hit the like button over here. Listening and watching, actually, assuming you did both. Also, if you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified of future videos. That's it for today. Hope everybody has a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.